So tell me what you heard.
So what I heard is pretty much, I think she was 17 years old. She was 17. Drake DM'd her saying, if you need anything at all, advice, I'm here for you.
Okay.
Do you think that's weird?
I mean,
he's like 32 at that time, early 30s maybe.
Okay, so I don't know if you ever heard of this program called Big Brother, Big Sister programs.
Yeah.
So they're like mentor programs.
Yeah.
Okay. So what makes it sound like it wasn't a mentorship?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's controversial because he was accused as a pedophile, which is messed up because if you accuse someone for that, no matter who you are, dude, that's a big accusation. That can literally ruin anyone's like image.
Right. And I think that's fucked up because like, what if he was like genuinely trying to be a mentor? But
then again, like in that business, in that industry, bro, it gets really dark.
It is dark.
What can you believe?
Yeah, okay, I get that. But what I'm trying to say is that if the man is 34 or 30, whatever, 32.
He's like 36, I think, or 38.
And he's trying to mentor a teenager. I don't think, as like, if you're looking at it from a really clean view, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because I know a lot of people that like my kid, she's a teenager. Yeah. She has friends. Sometimes I'll give them a little bit of advice.
Oh, of course.
But it's not going to be like, I hope that nobody takes it the wrong way and say, hey, man, why is he, I'm not going to text him or anything like that. Maybe that's where the line was crossed.
I mean, personally, I don't think Drake did anything wrong. I'm just going to say that off the bat. But then again, from the perspective of people accusing him, I could see it. He's mid-30s, has DMs her.
I think that's where you have to like draw the line.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think that's the overboard part.
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, I get why you're accusing him, but like when you say it as a song, dissing him, that's a big accusation. That's like
It is, dude. That's like defamation, bro. But you can't because it's in music.
I mean, Drake's God, so that's what I'm trying to say. And if that can ruin his image, that's a strong accusation. That's why she's saying it's controversial.
Yeah, so she was 14 and he was 31.
That's even more.
And he was DMing her.
That's even more.
Well, I think that's where like the line gets like really blurry. It's like, yo, you fucking DM'd a 14-year-old. That is creep shit.
It's creepy, but then I don't know, man. It could be mentorship, like you said. I still believe that Drake, he has no purpose. He has no purpose, but I feel like his intentions weren't.
Well, in Hollywood, sometimes younger is better, bro. That's the dark side of Hollywood. Younger is better.
All right, so you know the Maxwell thing? What's it going on? No, the Epstein Island.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I believe...
Everybody's heard of that.
Oh, 100%. Like all the A-list
But it's never going to come out. I don't think that list is ever going to come out. Even if Trump's elected, I don't think that list is going to come out.
The list did come out, though. That's what I saw.
No, a lot of names were blacked out.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if correct me wrong, or if this was fake. The Obamas were on there.
It has to be fake, dude.
The Clooney, I believe the Clooney's were there. Fuck. Not the Clooney's, the Clintons.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Right?
Even Bill Clinton. No, it wasn't leaked. It was just, it was some emails where they said like Bill likes them young.
I believe that.
And then somebody likes little people.
Oh, that's the guy in the wheelchair. What's his fucking name?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. That he like midgets or whatever.
Dude.
That's fucked up, bro.
That guy was killed, bro. So that's why I know that's why I know the list isn't out there, because if the list was leaked and whoever's name was in there, dude, why would they not put hits on these people?
Okay, let me ask you this, because this is so controversial. So in my core, I know too in your core too, we're one day going to actually make money that we actually want, right? Like everyone says, let me phrase it right here. I'm 24 years old, so like in my mind, I'm just like, I just want to make as much money as possible, right? And that's all I think about, like, the success, climbing up the ladder. So when I get it, I might think right now, oh man, I'm going to be the happiest man in the world when I have $10, $20 million in my bank account, right? Let's just say I do have it, right? 2-3 years later, after I enjoy it.
Let me stop you there. There's a saying, with big money come big problems.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't know if you'll be happy.
It's not going to be happy. That's another topic. But I'm just trying to say, once I get everything I want,
yeah,
and buy whatever I want and live how I want for the first 2-3 years or whatever, I'm not going to be satisfied no more. So you're going
to be looking for it somewhere else.
You're going to want another high. You know what I mean? Because there's a certain number where you just like, oh, I just made my first $5 million. And then you keep seeing that number again repeated, another mil. It doesn't feel the same no more, like you made your first. So these politicians or successful people, after they've been in fame and all this stuff for such a long time, they either look for religion, which most actors and reggaeton artists actually do, like Farruko, or they go into cults.
Wait, what can actors look for religion, dude? Scientology?
That's Scientology, but they look for religion like Christianity, all these other
Who?
stuff.
Which actor?
Like Farruko. Not actor. I don't know if it's actor, but a singer.
Okay,
Farruko.
yeah. Hector El Father was a big baddie back in the day when he was like the...
Hector who?
El Father.
I don't know who that is.
From Tito el Bambino and Hector el Tito.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Hector's father was the biggest fucking gangster back in the day.
That was a Christian, right?
You couldn't even do a concert in Puerto Rico without running it by him first.
For real?
Yeah, that's how crazy he was. He would have his people ready to like murk.
What, did he go to jail?
No, the problem is that he had so many. He ducked the police so many times that he had a change of heart. So now he's a pastor. That's something we got to get into later, dude. Because like,
so man's killed a lot of people to the point where he's just
he didn't kill people. He had people killed. Yeah, yeah. And then, like I said, he would like, if you either got to pay or run it by him, or feature him if you want to do a concert in Puerto Rico.
So everything was corrupted. I mean, music industry's corrupted. But either way, what I'm trying to say, it's like when you make it to a level of success, you either go, like I said, to religion or a cult. And by cult, I mean like, the Epstein Island stuff, like the dark Hollywood.
The eating the baby's blood.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like eating baby arms, all that stuff like that. Whatever we hear. I'm just saying, like, what are your thoughts on that, dude? Because it's so messed up how this actually happened. Like, this is happening right now, bro. Like, these types of cults. Like, this is actually, like, very normalized.
They think Scientology would be considered a cult.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because you literally have to know somebody. Somebody has to bring you in. You can't just say, hey, I want to be in Scientology. Somebody has to bring you in. And these people will cover everything up for you. You saw what happened with that 70 Show guy? They tried so hard to cover that up, and they couldn't.
Which one? Is it? I know
Matterson. Matterson guy.
Yeah.
Hyde. He plays Hyde.
Yeah.
They tried so hard to cover that up, and it didn't work. And then the lady from King of Queens, Ray or something.
I know the guy. I just haven't really watched.
Okay, the chick, the one, his wife.
Yeah.
She's what you call it, a defector of Scientology because of the way they try to control your life.
Really?
Yeah. So you could say that's a cult, I think.
So do you think when you reach a certain level, people approach and just like, yo, man, you got to follow my fucking rules?
Ryan Garcia was talking about that. He said that he got invited to some crazy ass parties.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
No, did he though?
Dude, either you're in the club or you're not, dude.
What would you do?
Did you hear about the one with what's the name of that comedian? He said that they had an interview with like some executives, and then they said, "Oh, if you want this gig, you got to get on your knees."
Oh, Cat Williams.
No.
Which one? Which comedian? Andrew Schultz.
It's the one that was in Wild and Out, the white boy, Riff.
Oh, Matt Rife.
Matt Rife.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody else was with him, with Matt Rife.
I believe they can say to him.
And what you call it? The other guy's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it." That guy.
Yeah. I know you're talking.
He's like, "I'm not gonna do it," and he left. And before he left, he said he saw Matt Rife on his knees already.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And he didn't sell out. I don't know, bro. If I got approached...
Wait, who accused Matt Rife of doing that?
Matt Rife.
That's a bit... Dude, I didn't even... That's how dark it is, bro.
How would you say? Executives what?
Executive, Matt Rife.
Accusation,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like Matt Rife on his knees. Pause.
This guy. What's his name?
I don't even know the other guy accusing him.
Yeah, he said it out. He's like, yeah, dude, that guy. He says he's going against this guy.
So they were both in the room, and then Matt Rife, he's the one that left the bald head guy, and then Matt Rife stayed.
Yeah. Let's see if we could hear this.
See, it's so hard, bro, because I know Matt Rife put in his 10 years. I like Andrew Tate.
Yeah, so this guy was crazy, dude. So I guess now he's suing him. This was 2 months ago. Why did he think he backtracked?
See, like I was saying, man, I can't say it's a lie. But then again, I know he's been doing this since Wild and Out days. And that's been like 10 years ago. Like, I don't want to discredit his hard work. But then again, like, dude, you don't, like you said, like, you don't know what's real or not anymore. Like, if he did, bro, I don't even know to lose that respect.
But you don't know why he backtracked? Why he even make that kind of accusations so blunt in the beginning?
Why?
I think that Matt Rife is making money.
Yeah, of course. He's famous and he blew up.
And if I say something and now all of a sudden I'm getting a defamation case and I got no money, all I got is my house and whatever little shit I got, and he's coming after that, I didn't say that, man. I didn't mean it, dude. It was just satire. It wasn't real true.
Right.
I would backtrack too.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But I think there's some truth in that, dude. Because like they say, even fucking Cat Williams said, like, that shit's real. That shit happens.
Cat Williams changed the game, bro. 2024? He called a hella motherfuckers.
Dude, some people said that he's on some drugs or some hater shit.
Hopefully that was within 5 minutes. But anyways... Okay, she said yeah. But, dude, I mean, all right, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Like, let's just say we're at that level. Let's just say like 2 years from now, we have like 100K subscribers. People approach. When they say sell your soul, it's not really selling yourself to the devil. It's like selling your beliefs, your morals, right? They're going to be like, you can't say this. You can't say that. You have to promote this side. You have to promote that. You have to talk that. Would you do it?
Hell no, dude. They're going to tell me to go, hey, Chris, it's June Pride Month. You're not LBGTQ that, you know, like, fuck, I'm not doing that.
They're like, yo, Chris, for another 100K, just put a little pride flag right.
Nah, bro. Nah, keep that pride flag, bro. Keep that 100K. Nah, dude. I don't know. Me personally, I grew up with like a very stern father that like he wasn't homophobic, but he also he wasn't a believer of that kind of stuff.
Well, he was old school, bro. Like they come from a different time. You're 36. You're not that far. I don't think you're that old, bro.
Those are the principles that I live by.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's got to be harder for you, dude. You know, you're more.
Before we come to the topics, I talked about Andrew Tate, and your daughter was just like this MFer. It's like what he installs, like the morals, like. I grew up with just fully women, man. Yeah. Like I'm the only boy, even with cousin wise. Like I have like 80, 100 cousin girls, and there's only like 10 boys, right? Yeah. So obviously, I feel like a female is what holds a family together. Like they're the strongest people on this planet. Yeah. No doubt about it. So when Andrew Tate says that stuff, I feel like he's trolling just for views or whatever. But I do believe how to build yourself as a man and how to make income and how to wake up and how to change your life. Like if you're broke, that's on you, right? And that's what he encourages us to do, and that's what I like about him. And a lot of people give him a lot of hate, but I feel like a lot of Andrew Tate talk's been around here, and he's going to jail here and there.
I mean, like I said, I'm not against anything he says. I'm like you said, you come from a family of women, and that's got to be tough because that's like 4 against 2, or like in case that was your dad. It's either you bend to them or, you're not going to have the best relationship ever,
Yeah, I lose every conversation. Just say that.
All right. And that's the thing, though. If it was opposite, if it was 4 guys and 1 girl, I'm sure that girl would be like very, how do I say it?
Masculine.
Not masculine. No. She would be very protected.
100%.
So a lot more feminine.
Yeah.
Not a feminist, but feminine.
So so obviously you're married already and you have a daughter and you put these morals in your daughters, right? Mm-hmm. Which is, I feel like just based off just knowing you right now, like you're a phenomenal father figure already. But knowing what we're going to as a society, how do you encourage also to your daughters as like, don't let anyone, treat you bad, we're guys, but also to encouraging them to have that feminine side? Because it's hard, man. We're kind of controversial too. Like if I have a daughter, which I don't, I'll just be like, don't let any guy, you got to be the alpha in the relationship because that's my daughter. But then again, I would want her to have that feminine side.
I kind of like give them the spoiler alert.
Okay.
I don't know if that, understand what I mean. So when I was younger and I was in high school, I was playa, girlfriends here and there, hey, whoever's seen me loves me, Chris D. So I was always trying to like play game. That's, obviously we get old and that shit's over with. Yeah. I'm retired. Put it like that. I'm retired. I hung up the jersey. But yeah, I know the game. I know the words that they want to hear.
The tricks.
It's the tricks. You want to call it manipulation, you go there and call it manipulation. But I was young. That's what it was. That was the challenge.
Realistically, it is true, bro.
That was the challenge. That's the high that I was looking for at that time. Obviously I'm matured. I'm a different person now. Right. But that's the high that I was looking for. So for me now, telling my team like, yo, dude, these guys just want one thing, right? Yeah. And once you give it up, you're useless. You're worth less for them.
100%.
So like, nah, dude. I mean, if you're gonna hold on to that, hold on to that. I don't care if you go kiss a guy. I do care. But what you call it? I mean, at the end of the day, the most important thing is, your body. Okay. So
that is true. No. You shouldn't even be scared about that, bro. That is actually true. So people try to be like, why are you guys saying my body count? I'm like, do you know what we have to put effort into? Every single interaction that we want to have with a girl, we have to put effort. They just smile, giggle, laugh. Yeah, some are interesting and stuff like that, but they just smile, giggle, laugh. No interest whatsoever. Mm-hmm. If I invite a woman to a date, I will always pay 100% because I'm taking her time away and she said yes to me. But I still have to be charismatic. I have to be fit. I have to be financially well. And I have to show her a good time all at once for her to give me a second date. Right. And she doesn't.
Right.
She actually...
Because she has options.
She has options. We don't.
I wouldn't say we don't have options.
We do have options, but it's more easier for her to get a replacement than we can.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that.
Yeah, you're right. Because you have to establish grounds.
We have to, right?
You don't just hit up somebody on some random shit. Like, unless you already have a repertoire with the person. Yeah. But then, definitely you have to work for it eventually.
We have to work for it more either way. And like I have this conversation with my sister all the time.
Your older sisters?
Oh yeah, bro. She gets mad, bro.
She's a really women's power.
See, I'm more mentally, but she's more physically. So she's like, if she does have an issue, let's say with an ex or whatever, she's more the type to like, she will break windows.
Oh hell no!
That's what I'm saying. Like, which is like,
well, she got a good brother because you're a good psychology major, right?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't blame her for it because she holds it down herself as a woman. Because that's my sister, right?
Right.
But if she wasn't my sister, I'd call it cops right away.
Right.
ASAP.
Right.
Like she's sick in the head.
But it's not healthy. Exactly.
Oh, it's not healthy whatsoever.
No, and I kind of like have that kind of mentality where like I'm more of a walk away kind of person. I never engage. You know, I'm more like I'm not the. It's a plus and a negative, dude, to not be communicative. You could look at it two ways.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like I could either talk and say the things that you don't want to hear, or I could just walk away and get mad at me for not saying things.
I feel like you hold more. What's it called? I feel like when you don't say anything and you're just more silent, you show more domination. When you just walk away.
Well, then I'm fucking dominant, bro.
Yeah, you are. No. You should.
No, it's just I show more self-control. I think that's what it is.
Well, I always say the most successful people aren't IQ. You know, it's an IQ. It's EQ. Emotional. Like, you could be the smartest guy in the world, but I just say you fucking suck at what you do. You're going to take that personal, and it's going to eat you alive, and you're just going to react out of emotion.
Not me. I'm
not saying you, but for example.
Some people.
For example, that's what I'm saying. Like, the most successful is EQ over IQ. That's what I've seen, like, interviewing other people and what I've heard.
I'd be like, why? Well, why? Tell me why. And maybe I could work on it or something I can improve.
Right.
And that's where something that also like some people don't learn that early on is constructive criticism.
Yep.
That's the problem. People don't accept that.
Right.
Like I've had friends that like, Chris, you're a fucking hater, bro. Nah, dude, I'm just telling you like the way it is. Nobody else is gonna tell you it.
Authentic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you the way it is, dude. This is my opinion. You could either take it or not take it. I don't care, bro. But at least you know. Now you know. You heard it from somebody.
But now we're talking about opinions, so we're gonna be talking about the elections. So obviously, there's a left side and a right side, right? Unless there's like another side that I don't know about. But
yeah, there's a libertarian and there's a independent.
Anyways, so I know there's going to be Trump versus Biden, and it's all corrupted too.
No, and JFK.
And it's all corrupted because I remember I interviewed this guy who was running for the Democrat side, the first Puerto Rican actually, running for president. He said they came to him. I'm not gonna say his name, but anyways, they came to him and they told him, "Hey, Biden's gonna win this side regardless."
2024?
Yeah. That's what I told him. And we had to cut this on camera because he said it. He went 5 minutes talking on the reel. And I still have the audio. And he said they told all the Democrat side, no matter if they were against Biden and they were beating Biden, or they had like a percentage of beating Biden. I don't know if they bribed him. I don't know what. They just said, just push out Biden. Don't outwin him. Because regardless, Biden was going to win. So even if you were competing against Biden for the left side, they weren't going to let you win.
How? How were they not going to let you win?
Because let's just say you were going against Biden to take the left side, right? It was going to be Donald Trump and not Biden.
No, but you're saying Biden's going to win 2024.
No, not 2024. I mean like the left side. You know, when you're running left or right, obviously, you know, I'm not explaining it well. Left or right, there's different candidates running for the Democrat and the Republicans. Not only just Trump, for the Republicans. Okay. So for the Democrat side, this guy was running for the Democrat side. He was doing well, right? Like he was getting votes. Are you
talking about the primaries?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
maybe that's the wording. Yeah.
So like, I got into politics like maybe like 2 years ago, dude.
Okay.
That's when and then I started getting really deep into it. The closer shit got, you know, like the worse things got. That's when I started fucking like, dude, something's wrong here, dude.
Right.
And I was telling you this earlier. It's like, something's wrong here, bro. Something's very fucking wrong. Because if it's affecting me at home, then I know it's got to be a big ass problem.
Right.
Because back then you used to have issues and shit, and like, oh, you just watch it on TV and that's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit your wallet. It doesn't hit you at home.
Right.
Now it's fucking hitting you at home, dude. Now I'm seeing that it's gone from fucking not only having a shitty, like federal government, but also a shitty fucking local government. So not only is it in the federal level of the United States, but it's also in the Illinois and Chicago. So we got Pritzker, we got Brandon Johnson, and we got Biden. These are all motherfuckers who've been bought or have big funds that don't fucking care.
Yeah.
So Pritzker's a fucking billionaire.
100%.
That motherfucker has stories about him taking out fucking toilets out of his fucking house so he doesn't have to pay taxes on it.
Damn.
Because it's inhabitable.
Oh, wow.
Because if there's no toilet, it's inhabitable.
Right.
So that motherfucker's gone through loopholes just to keep his fucking money. So he's a money man.
Yeah.
You got Brandon Johnson. Nobody thought he was going to win, but this fucking CTU push, CTU said, hey, we need one of our guys in there. They call the CTU a radical fucking organization. Kind of like a cult.
Right.
They pushed it. Brandon Johnson got elected. fuck it. They push fucking, these are the teachers that are connected to the community with parents, dude.
Right.
You could just have a casual conversation. Hey, are you going to the polls? Just regular fucking parents. Every fucking kid has parents.
Right.
Every fucking kid has teachers.
Yeah.
If I'm like Hispanic and I don't have like any idea of the fucking language, there's ballots in Spanish. The teacher makes me feel confident about my fucking vote. Like, hey, your vote matters.
Yeah.
I'm going.
So do you think they choose these people, whoever gives in, or how do they choose these candidates to be corrupted?
I'm sorry. What?
Like, you know what? Like, just saying, like, you're naming all these politicians that were bought. How do you think, like, the government chooses these people? Like, obviously, they still have to have a certain...
Sometimes they're not bought. Sometimes they're planted.
Ah.
And that's what I'm trying to say about Brandon Johnson. That motherfucker was planted.
Planted.
Yes, by the CTU. I don't know if you know this. They have a contract coming up, this negotiation coming up.
Okay.
How hard will that be, dude? Last time they closed the schools for like 3 weeks.
Yep.
Strikes.
Okay.
Lightfoot wasn't about CTU shit. Now they have the motherfucker that was a CTU. And now they have, and the CTU paid him the most in his campaign. Like the most donations.
Right.
Are you going to fucking say no to them?
No.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's, like, it's ridiculous, dude.
So right now, like I think a couple of days ago, last week, Donald Trump was hit with the 34 cases.
44 felony counts?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think that that shit was like...
for the tax fraud.
It wasn't tax fraud. It was hush money. It was for the wrong input on the checks, on the way that he labeled his the deduction.
Which made it seem like a tax fraud, right?
He wrote it off as a legal expense, which I think is ridiculous because why would a legal expense or even just jotting it be a felony? Somehow, some way, they figured out how to make it stick with a New York jury, which is like very liberal, very progressive out there.
Right.
And they had a fucking judge that was a Biden contributor, campaign contributor, and then his daughter was also profiting from the what you call it, the trial.
Okay.
Because she runs the digital media for Democrats.
Whose daughter are you talking about? Biden's?
No,
or
the
Trump's?
Merchant, the judge.
Okay.
So the judge that was watching it, his daughter runs the Democratic digital media stuff.
So everything's already like, corrupted already. Yeah.
So she had money to make out of this. If this trial was going to work out, and she was going to get the front row seat, and she was going to get money out of it. So supposedly, don't quote me on this, but she made like $9 million just off of that, off the whole charade.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me that's not what you call it, conflict of interest?
Yeah. So, he's a felon now, right? Isn't he? Technically?
Technically, yeah. But they're saying that he's going to appeal it and that the Supreme Court is going to drop it.
Do you think they're going to drop it?
Oh, they have to, dude.
Well, if they don't, though, it'll be dope, though, because like, even after you're done being president, you get 24 hours.
I got a bumper sticker that says I'm voting for a felon.
No. No, what I'm trying to say is like, you know, after you're you're a president,
right?
You still get 24 hours security.
Yeah, it's the fucking Secret Service.
Yeah, Secret Service. So like, how
Biden's trying to get it off of Trump.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what
you know why though, right?
So they can kill him.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's
like,
so obvious, dude. I don't know how people don't see that shit.
No, clearly it's obvious. Like, what do you think though? How is it gonna go? Like, what is your predictor right now before anything happens? We have it on clips. How do you think it's gonna go right now? The next 6 months.
I don't think he's gonna get killed. I think that the man is too
smart,
widely viewed that they don't want another JFK incident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're not gonna kill him. Somehow, some way, they're gonna try to lock him up, even if it's from jail. I don't know, but I think he's still gonna run. I don't think there's no stopping him.
Do you think he's gonna win?
Oh, definitely. He's got a lot of fucking money now.
Okay, so
this motherfucker was selling off houses just to stay in the race.
So this is my favorite topic then. So we're gonna do from one side to the other perspective. If Trump loses, what do you think is gonna happen in the United States?
Well, you already know this. I'm a prepper.
Okay.
So I'm already prepped for this kind of shit. If it goes south,
for sure,
I'm going to be able to protect my family.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be able to stay alive if shit hits the fan, you know?
Do you mean there's going to be a civil war then?
Oh, definitely, dude. I mean, I'm not going to go out there and start it.
Right.
But if it comes down to it, I'm going to have to protect what I love most, you know?
Okay. So within the United States, it's going to be very
What
vulnerable.
are you going to do?
Me? I'm fucking going to Mexico, bro.
You got dual citizenship?
Fly, bro.
You got dual citizenship?
No, I don't. I'm probably
Well,
gonna
guess
die.
what? They're deporting Americans, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Mexicans are deporting Americans because a lot of Americans going to Mexico because it's cheaper to live there.
Well, bro, to be honest, I'm just going to come here. I'm just going to be like, yo, Chris, I'm on the way.
You don't believe me? Look, Mexico, I'll show you. Deporting Americans.
Like first generations?
No, motherfucker, people that just go over there and want to stay.
talk about like plot twist.
Yeah.
They're like
200 deported from Mexico through Baja California.
Damn. Well, then again, I'm pretty sure they're looking at like the background checking and stuff, bro.
The president who deported 1 million. No, not that one. Yeah, so they're basically deporting Americans, dude. Because a lot of Americans are going over there. I don't know if you heard, Mexico City's like overwhelmed with Americans now.
What they
it's been gentrified.
Well, anyways, what I'm trying to say is like you're prepared to do that like a civil war, but like I'm trying to say it's like we're gonna be very vulnerable regardless of who wins. Why? Right? So that's gonna make our enemies Russia.
No, we're not gonna be vulnerable, dude.
You think we're gonna be vulnerable?
If Trump wins, all you're gonna see is stores being ransacked, places being burnt down.
Well, yeah, but that's within the United States. I'm trying to say outside of the United States, like Russia, China. Regardless, we're gonna have a war.
No, if Trump wins, he's gonna squash that.
Do you think it's gonna be done ASAP,
bro?
No
Trump,
civil war. No
everybody's
nothing?
cool with Trump, dude.
100%.
Trump's a businessman. Hey, you know what? Problem stop here. If Trump is a president, he's gonna go to China and say, "Hey, Xi Jinping, whatever his name is, this is what it is. All right, I'm gonna lift tariffs, but we're not gonna buy we're not gonna allow you to export as much as you want to.
Okay.
Because right now they export a lot, and you're not gonna buy any more land from the U.S. Because China owns a lot of land in the U.S.
Right.
Russia. Oh man, fucking Trump is cool as hell with Putin. Putin respects Trump.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, that's
Trump. Trump is the only motherfucking president that ever stepped foot in North Korea. North fucking Korea, dude, where no fucking president has ever stepped in. And you know why? Because Kim Jong-un respects Trump. He called him. Trump told him in his face, "Hey man, I'm you call yourself the Rocket Man? You're the little Rocket Man." You know, I got the big button.
No, you're making sense. No, you're speaking. No, yeah.
I got the button. You know, you play with your little missiles. I got the big one. He called him Little Rocket Man.
Yeah.
But he said, hey, you know what? He respects me, and I'm going to give him that.
Right.
That's it. So he was able to keep neutrality, bro.
You bring up a good point. Actually, no, I take that back. I take that back then. I take that back. I like that response. You actually educated me there. I forgot about that. But obviously, like what I'm trying to say, the point is that I feel like our enemies or not our allies are going to see us vulnerable in a sense where they're going to attack and it might start World War III. Why? Because we're funding Israel, and we were talking about this earlier.
We're funding Ukraine.
Ukraine, there we go. That they were having the best year of their lives right now because they're having more restaurants, they're partying more, and it's like if there's no war at all.
Right. In Ukraine.
Exactly. And then Ukraine obviously has a war with Russia. So if Biden wins, do you think Russia's going to take advantage and try to start this war with us?
There's this big ongoing joke about how, what's his name? The fucking guy who plays Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, he's one of the highest paid actors.
Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland?
Tom Holland.
Okay.
He's one of the highest paid actors.
Okay.
But in reality, the highest paid actor is the Ukraine fucking president. What's his name?
I don't know.
Zelensky. He's he was an actor right before he was president, right?
I did not know that.
He was
I know he's young, but I did not know that.
He was a fucking actor.
Oh.
He has shows and movies. A comedian actor. Dude, they literally instated a fucking actor into president. And right now, all this shit happening, the motherfucker could be acting, bro.
Well, he just won an Oscar, right? Pretty much, he could just win an Oscar.
Dude, the guy is an actor. So professionally, he's an actor. So if Biden, the Biden administration said, hey, can you act like the war's tearing up the country? He can get up on that stage and say, we're in a bad state. We need America's help.
Okay.
With a straight face.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
So Biden wins World War III. 100% certain.
Civil War. Civil War first, and then World War III.
Okay. Would you still stay in Chicago if it does break out? Because you're going to handle it. I've seen what you got.
Fucking Chicago's still fucked up, whether it's fucking Civil War or not.
I don't think they'll come to Chicago.
They
will.
Let's just say that we're very, very progressive, so we don't have enough people to switch Chicago into like a Republican or a right state.
Another topic. I'm just switching out right here, throwing that out. What do you think about the Palestine thing, the Palestine movement?
I think we have no business putting into that whole situation.
Right.
I think whatever they got going on is their own beef.
That's true at an extent, but what do you knowing the facts that you know about now, because we did insert ourselves into it, the United States, because I feel like the manufacturers were funding them, at least based off to my knowledge. What do you say with like knowing that innocent children aren't like dying?
Well, I have mixed feelings about that because I've seen videos where they have acting kids and acting parents, and it's propaganda. I've seen videos where it's propaganda. but I've also heard people say that it's genuine.
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, I'm more of a realist,
right?
And I know that propaganda does exist.
Yeah.
And I know that it's not going to be hard for the Hamas to paint a picture,
right?
Or Israel to paint a picture,
right?
You know, you're catering to your country just like every other country, you know.
Right.
So whatever we get fed is what's allowed for us to get fed.
Right.
Does that make sense? So I can't tell you straight up, like, because I'm not very like into that because I feel like we have no business in there.
That's fair.
It's like saying, hey, did you know that in Mexico, they just recently voted a woman president?
Yeah.
But you also had Mexicans living here voting.
I did not know that.
Okay. If you go to the fucking the consulate, you can vote if you're a dual citizen. But what fucking purpose does somebody living here have the right to vote for somebody out there?
Right.
It's the same way that I feel about Israel and Palestine. What business do we have with them if we're here? If you want to make a difference, go there.
Right.
Don't just talk. Be about it. You know, all these fucking what do you call it? Protests and all that. I think it's not a lost cause, but I think it's the wrong way to approach things.
With the protests?
Yeah, I just don't see. And I've never been a fan of protests at all.
Yeah.
I think I'm more of like go through the ladder and go through the legal means.
Right.
Because I'm more of a fact person. But these protests are just like they're run by emotion.
True.
They're not run by facts or anything like that. You're just basically expressing your emotions publicly.
Right.
That's literally what a protest is. So I'm not into protests, and I'm not into like the whole war on Gaza.
Right.
I just, like I said, it's none of the U. In my opinion, it's none of the U.S.'s business.
Right.
We have our own problems that we should be tackling instead of focusing on some other turf.
Right. So if they were to say, "Yo, Chris, come here, help us, come to the government," what's the first thing we'll tackle out? What's the first thing you'll fix?
The border. I'll start deporting people, dude.
Your own people, bro? Straight up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way of doing it, and the way that it's been done is not the right way.
Dia, you're done. Cut.
You don't know. You're not vetting the people that are coming in. You're setting fucking court dates for like 3 years out.
Yeah.
And what are they doing in the meanwhile? You don't know. You just fucking they call it catch and release.
So would you just like fund more the bordering, like the border aspect?
You talking about like build a wall?
Yeah. Like making it more like harder to get in.
Necessarily, I don't know if you knew this, but the way that Trump did it was to cut a deal with fucking Mexico.
Yeah.
And said, hey, man, it goes as far as it goes here. We're not letting them in. Stay in Mexico and then work your way in.
But why are we letting a lot of Venezuelans in?
That's after Trump.
So, okay.
So what I'm trying to say is we have to go to the system that we had before, which is stay in Mexico, where they get their paperwork and all that done in Mexico before we let you in.
Okay.
And then it's actually Mexico's problem, not our problem. You know, so the immigration influx would be in Mexico, not in us.
Okay.
But we'd be outsourcing that process to Mexico. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that we would never be overrun. We'd never be like having people on every corner fucking begging for money, trying to sell us apples and stuff.
Right. Okay. So since like Biden's right here in this final 6 months, and we are seeing
There's been an update on that, dude. Biden just recently decided that he's going to close the border.
Right.
Well, why now?
Okay, but since we are seeing a lot of Venezuelans specifically coming over here, what do you think about that?
I think the Venezuelans are coming here because the country's really fucked up.
Oh, their economy is all messed up.
Right, but it's not only Venezuelans coming in, dude. That's everywhere. The problem. They're from everywhere, and it's not only families coming in, dude. Single fucking guys are coming through. And like they don't show that on the fucking MSN and all that shit. You literally have to look that up on fucking X. A lot of the shit that you see on X, you won't see on fucking regular TV.
So what's your main concern? Are they going to take the jobs or the increase of crime or what? What's the main concern?
My concern is that they're going to fucking be bought by the party that allows them in.
Okay.
How? They're going to get voter IDs. Even though you don't need a voter ID to vote.
Yeah.
In some states. And
you did tell me about that.
They're going to be in Chicago. You don't need a vote. You don't need an ID to go vote.
Yeah, you told me.
Just your name and your address.
And you also said that's interesting, which is actually true because they told me teachers give extra credit if you vote.
If for the certain parties. Yeah, for the mayor.
That's true. I can confirm that. That is actually true.
That's what happened with Brandon Johnson. That's how he got his extra votes. He had people come out. And then they also Brandon Johnson tried to pass that new bill with Bring Chicago Home, which was asking taxing us more money for them to support the teachers union and give them living funds. Okay. So like some teachers feel like they don't make enough. Dude, Chicago's one of the highest paid fucking teachers in the whole fucking United States. Dude, it's so crazy.
You don't think they're underfunded?
Underfund, bro.
Yeah.
The kids are underperforming. What underfund?
So do you think they're actually getting paid well?
I don't feel like they're doing their job. Back then, bro, my teachers didn't really care about CTU. They weren't wearing fucking red. It wasn't like a cult, a club, whatever you want to call it.
I know you're not that old, but they didn't hit you at that time, right?
Nah, but dude, my teachers were more focused on trying to get that paycheck and fucking, if they wanted that overtime, summer school. But they were more focused on getting the kids out of there. Now, bro, the fucking teachers have more sick days than the fucking students.
I feel like they install their morals more into the children.
Dude, morals, if it even gets to morals, because like I said, teachers are usually not there. They have 25 sick days.
Wow. I didn't know that.
That's a lot of fucking sick days, bro. And they want another one in this new contract.
Oh, wow.
So think about it. If it's one more times how many fucking teachers in the CTU, that's a lot of fucking money. All I got to say is that for me, CTU has got to go.
Well, what high school did you go to?
I went to Roosevelt.
Roosevelt?
Yeah, on Kimball and...
No, I know where that is. That's kind of by Northeastern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's by Vaughan.
Yeah. It's Northeastern too, like 7 minutes away. When I would drive that way.
By North Park.
North Park.
Northeastern's on Bryn Mawr.
It's like
closer on Foster, North Park.
Legit, I promise you, it was like 7-8 minutes away.
Okay, yeah, but it's in the area.
Yeah. So like, I guess I missed that part because like when I was in high school, I don't know, at least Evanston, we still had all the teachers there and stuff like that, and I feel like they actually genuinely still cared at that time. At least my teachers.
They will always care.
Yeah.
The only people that don't care are the progressive CTU people. The CTU is a bunch of young teachers, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's not old teachers, bro. Old teachers don't care about this whole fucking march downtown, wear your red shirts, all that shit. They don't fucking care about that.
So if you go to a school meeting right now, what happened?
Red Shirt Fridays. See, they even have Red Shirt Fridays. Ask me about their contract. They have stickers that says, ask me about my contract.
Wow. So if you go to like a school meeting and then you just see your daughter's teacher and she has blue hair and one of those nose piercings, what's your first take on it? Because, you know, it's like they have that joke. It's like when they have blue hairs.
If I haven't had the chance to meet any of my kids' teachers because most of the time my girl goes and picks up the report cards. Because I'm the kind of guy that if I go and see somebody that I'm not going to approve of, it's going to be a shit show right there and then, you know?
You'll call them out right then?
I'll call them right up there. It's like, hey, no, first I'll ask my daughter, it's like, hey, is there like fucking some shit that they're trying to get into, like to teach you that I don't fuck with? And I say I don't fuck with because she's open because she's young.
Right.
So I got to say I don't fuck with because she knows what I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
And she'll tell me yes or no. And if it gets down to that, I'll send out an email to the principal. Hey, you know, we have conflicting interests here. I don't believe in the ideology or the lessons that my child is learning in this class. I don't think it's part of the curriculum. So I'd like to know what you can do about it.
Okay.
Either approach the teacher, figure it out, or switch the classroom.
Right.
I want another teacher. Oh, but all our teachers are progressive. Well, then fuck you. I'm going to another school.
Then again, I feel like you're taking the right perspective, not even perspective, like the right decision. You're doing well. I think that's actually good because I think as a father, I would do the same thing. Yeah,
dude, the last thing I want to do is fucking somebody else raising my kid.
That is 100% true. They're there to teach your kids certain subjects.
Academia.
Yeah.
Not lifestyles. Not lifestyles. Academia.
That's tough because like we've been talking and I'm like, dude, all your friends have kids. You said your brother's 22, has 2 kids. You had a kid at 21. Dude, I'm missing out. I'm 24. Fuck.
How do you feel about that, dude?
What about kids? I want kids, bro. I work with kids with autism. Love them.
Dude, they're the most genuine people in the world.
No, not because they have autism, but
well, there's different levels to it, right? But
yeah. I mean, I just love kids in general, but like I'm certain I want kids. But regardless of that, I don't know, man. I thought I was gonna have kids in my mid-20s when I was 18. I think having kids, house, and be set.
But you didn't have options, you said.
I had an option. She just didn't want the option with me. Nah.
That's not option. That's only one. Options means more than one.
I mean, what do you mean options? Like, what do you mean?
No, you said I didn't have. You said earlier I didn't have options, like because we're guys. We don't have that many options.
We don't have any options, bro.
Right.
Well, because so I thought I was gonna get married by 25.
All right.
That was my ideal plan.
All right.
And realistically, I really thought a year and a half ago that was gonna be 85% certain was gonna happen.
Right.
Didn't happen. Didn't fall through. I'm here now, 24, but I'll be 25 next year.
That's cool, bro.
Exactly. But we're talking about like kids and stuff like that. I don't want kids until like I think maybe my early 30s.
Early 30s, bro.
Early 30s.
I would aim for 30, period.
I want to live my life correctly how I want to, personally for me, but also too, I want to put my career first.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to fucking be a millionaire to raise a family, bro.
100%.
You don't need to be fucking a fucking 150,000 to raise a family. You don't, bro. Your parents did it. I did it. Everybody can do it, dude.
That is true.
You just have to you just have to be there. That's something that I learned late is that you have to be there.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not really hard to raise a family or raise kids, dude, because
It's not hard, bro. It's hard. What you mean?
It's not, dude. Just think of yourself as a mini you that you're molding, and just making sure that the diapers change. But that's why you have a partner for.
That is true.
Last thing you want to do is have have a kid, and then your old girls put you on child support, and now you got to fuck up this dysfunctional family.
Which is kind of harder for my generation to find the perfect girl.
It is, and that's the problem. Like, I don't know how you guys do it, dude. Because, like I said, I mean, I got lucky, dude. Like, my kid's mom is amazing. She's stuck with me through like some crazy shit. I've been through phases where
don't show off, man. Fuck.
Yeah, so I fucked up a lot of times, dude. And
100%.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you have them younger, if you have kids younger, you have the energy to enjoy them.
Right. I'm just not ready.
Oh, that's
you know
fine.
What I mean? I just feel like internally.
But I wouldn't hold off till you could fucking make $100,000 or $200,000.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like I don't know. Like I'm telling you, like right now, my mind's the last thing. I know I want to have kids, but the last thing is to have kids. So if I were to get married,
and if you don't start fucking fishing now, bro, you're gonna be fishing with one kid already with them.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
You gotta start fishing early.
I believe
dude.
in this generation's kind of messed up. Yeah.
If not, she gonna have 2 kids, and like if you want, you could I'll have your kid too. You gotta be paying 3 kids, bro, and only one is yours.
She's gonna have 2 kids, demanding a guy with 6 figures, 6 feet tall, 6-pack, all this other stuff.
Fuck the 6 figures, fuck the 6-pack, bro. All she's gonna want is your check to feed her kids and your kid.
That's fucked up.
And and the baby daddy over there chilling, smoking his bud and shit, prescription, picking them up on the weekends only.
Crazy. That's not gonna be me. Regardless of that, I mean, no, but with the family wise, I don't know, man. I just wanna like do stuff for my mom and shit. You know what I mean, for my family. And right now, I got nothing with the kids, wife.
Only fucking thing that I fucking missed out on was having a boy, dude. My last name's dead with me.
You're gonna have a third one? Third try? You're 36. You're not old, bro.
Yeah, I know, but
why people be having the kids at 42?
If I have a kid now, and the kid's fucking 15, what's that? That's 36 plus 10. That's 46 plus 5. That's 51.
Okay, but if you think about it like that, no one's going to carry your last name besides your brother's kids.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to have someone to carry your last name. I mean, you're great having these 2 children, right?
Right.
Right, you're blessed.
I'm not even proud of my kids, my brother's kids. So for me, they're Delgados, but they're not my Delgados. You get it?
No, I know what you're trying to mean.
But what I'm trying to say is that if I had a kid at 36, dude, and I'm 51 when he's 15, he's out here on the fucking streets beating kids up or fighting if it's a boy.
Yeah.
And fighting.
51's young, bro. That's not even old.
And fucking around and fucking comes home, got a pregnant chick. Dude, now I got fucking 2 kids to raise. A 15-year-old and a newborn.
Well, that's where you got to raise them right. Install those morals.
And that's the problem, dude. And today, society does half the raising of your kids.
Well, see, I don't have any kids, so I don't.
You get what I'm saying? Society raises half.
I know what you mean, yeah.
If you think about it, your parents can instill all the ideologies that you want in your head.
Yeah.
But once you go to school and you're out on the street,
right, you
start making your own, you start thinking about like things differently.
Well, that's why there's homeschool options.
It doesn't matter. You still have friends.
Doesn't matter. It helps them more.
You could either be the one that like instills it in them, or they can instill it in you. It all depends on your what you call it, how much kickback you have.
Yeah, I wouldn't homeschool my kids. I want them to have an actual childhood, I guess, in my perspective. Being home.
Well, when you have your kids, reassess that question.
Yeah,
actually, if it's fucked up, there's homeschool, bro.
I don't have kids, so that's what I'm saying. It's kind of tough for me to answer.
When you have kids, reassess that question. If it's still fucked up like it is now, homeschool, bro. Because at the end of the day, the college, you're still gonna have to pay for it. And,
right.
And how do you feel about going to college? Do you think
you don't need it? No, you don't need it. This is my take on it.
Do you think you're gonna be able to pay off that school?
I'm not in debt. That's the thing.
Were you close to it?
In debt?
Were you like at some point gonna be in debt? If like, did you have the option of putting yourself in debt?
No, I had the options, of course.
Like loans and shit.
Yeah, of course. But I wasn't. I'm not.
You had a loan. How'd you
financial aid and scholarships.
Okay.
Like I actually figured it out, but it was hard work.
You had a counselor that helped you out. That was
myself.
Really...
No. High school, like financial aid was it. My first year, my dad helped out, like just first year. That's it. Got him certain grades, and then the rest, I just figured it out with my scholarships and financial aid. I did pretty well. Like academically, I'm pretty well.
And you think you're gonna get the money that you want?
No, school is not. College is not gonna show you. So this is what I always tell people, because I'm gonna tell this to my kids. So if my kids were to approach me and they were just like, "Dad, do I need college?" Because that's what. Look, college is only necessary. Well, if you're gonna be a doctor or a lawyer, please go there, because I don't want someone representing me or opening me up with using Chegg or ChatGPT. Right? Don't do that. But what I am saying is that I'm a psychology student, right? And I know some people, some students in my class that sat in the back, goofed off, and still passed with an A. What I'm trying to say is that what you learn in class, go to your professors, ask them for certain questions that you have, and then when you get those answers of that curious question that you have, use that in real life. Practice that, right? So if you're right now my professor, my psychology professor, teaching me quote unquote manipulation or how to control the room, I'm gonna be curious about it, right?
Right.
I go to you, office hours, ask you about it, and I'm like my mind, I become curious. Once you tell me what I want to figure out, I go in the real world, practice it, and that's how you learn. That's how I believe that you can use school in this certain age. But most of these kids just go to school, get the grade, have fun, and that's it.
So you don't think it's just textbook?
No.
It's more of engaging.
Dude, I didn't use a textbook since sophomore year. And I've got, it's all, for me, at least for psychology, it's all common knowledge for me.
It's all talking.
Yes.
Communication.
Well, for me, lucky for me, I worked retail and I was a manager at Vineyard Vine. So whatever I learned in psychology, I actually went to my professors, asked them for questions like, how do you control the room? How do you read someone? How do you, all this other stuff, like psychology stuff. And I would practice that at Vineyard Vines when I would talk to these people so I improve my sales, right? And improve my communication. And it did work with practice, of course. But that's how I managed to use school textbooks or whatever I learned in school into the real world to help me. So if someone were just like, the school help you for what you know now, Pedro, and how you speak and what you know, was that school or was that life? I'd say both. I'd say school was helpful because I did learn some certain things.
It polished it.
It polished it because my vocabulary, I think I learned it from myself, not school. I didn't pick up a read. I didn't pick up a book from school. I picked up a book at my house because it was my choice. So that's just my certain habits that I installed into myself. But school, what I did learn, besides the friends, I became curious and I used whatever I learned, that knowledge in the real world, which made me kind of polish and made me become curious, which made me start a podcast. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah. Psychology helps you on a podcast, but it doesn't help you make options.
It does.
What the fuck? You just say you don't have options.
Options for what?
For chicks.
Oh, bro, that's different. That's different.
If I had psychology, I'd be using that to pick up chicks.
Well, it's not even just picking up chicks. It's like
in my 20s.
In your 20s, of course, because you're retired. But what I'm trying to say is that school, you don't need it. But if you were in school,
retired.
but if you were in school, it's like pay attention and actually use what you learn. Like that's what I would say. But you don't need it to be whatever, bro. Unless you want to be a doctor or a fucking lawyer.
All right. So how do you feel about trade school and then traditional university and college?
It's smart. Trade school is smart. Trade school
So if you go back in time, you go to trade school, or you still stick to your psychology?
I think I still stick with psychology.
Why? You don't like to get your hands dirty?
No, I do. Dude, I worked in the fucking industry business all my life since I was 15. My dad made me work for shit. I mean, my dad made me work.
All right, because you're the only boy.
Only boy, yeah. Yeah. But I still my dad's an executive chef, but I still worked in the back end. I was a dishwasher. I did everything no one wanted to do purposely.
Right.
And he paid me little to nothing.
Right.
Right. So I did learn that back end. Trade school, no, because I just feel like that wasn't for me. It didn't catch my interest at that time.
But do you feel trade school people make more money than a traditional college person?
Yes, 100%.
So if you wouldn't tell your son go to trade school if you're like a slack off?
I'll just tell my dude. End of the day, I'll say this now because I don't have kids. I just told my son, "Hey, do what makes you happy." Yeah, just do what makes you happy. Dude.
Oh hell no!
I want to go to trade school then because I didn't think about the money. I thought about what I actually wanted to be happy and actually do for a career. At that time when I was 18, 17.
And that's the problem I have with my kids. It's like, nah, bro. Fucking feelings don't pay the bills.
That's what I'm saying. Now I know that now. I know that now.
But your dad didn't tell you that, or your mom?
My dad was installing to me like hard work is what's going to get you money, and which I did. And he made me improve my skills like communication, talking to people, stuff that I didn't see and pay attention at that time.
Right.
But he did say, hey, I can give you this. And he did. Like I was, I guess, a very privileged Hispanic in a Hispanic household, but he made me work for it to be like, yo, like I'll give you this, I give you that. If you, in return, like you need to know what it is to work hard.
Right.
And that's what he taught me.
And for you, working hard didn't seem like the road to take, so you took the traditional university.
It just caught my curiosity because I feel like my surroundings, everyone was going to college. I think that's what pushed me off. You know, when all my friends went to college.
Right.
So I feel like when everyone was applying to it, I guess...
kind of got peer pressured into it?
Not peer pressure, because like, I actually wanted to go to college. I always wanted to since I was like entering high school.
So there was no stopping? There was no stopping.
Like,
there was no other choice that was like visible to you at the time?
I would still go to college. Right now, if you were to ask me, I'll still go to college.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was destined to do it. Like, I like learning. Right. I just don't like paying for it.
So me personally, what I'm trying to instill to my kids is that fuck your feelings. if you like drawing, your fucking drawings ain't gonna pay fucking bills.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So if you want to make money, or if you want to live like me, fucking paycheck to paycheck, then you gotta fucking do something that's gonna pay. You can go be a lawyer, you can go be a doctor, you can go to trade school. But anything else, you want to be a teacher, man, you're gonna have to fucking join the teachers union,
right?
And then hope that motherfucker doesn't collapse.
Well, I like that parenting style. What I'm trying to say, I feel like my dad didn't install that to me and my sister because we know we were financially okay. And I feel like in a parent's perspective, because my dad grew up poor, 14 siblings.
Yeah.
So he struggled. He had 2-3 jobs when he met my mom and slept on a fucking bench in California for months, right?
California the state or California street?
California the state.
Oh, okay.
When he was 14, 15 with no family, nothing. So he struggled, right? So he went through all that so me and my sister wouldn't have to.
Right.
So I get that perspective. And I would always hear stories, which is why I feel like he didn't install me that money was priority, because I feel like he knew that he would always have us, which was I don't hate him for it because I know from a father figure
he wanted something better for you.
Yeah
Yeah.
Which he installed that to me. He would always say go to college because he didn't have that privilege.
Oh, I had that chance, but I chose not to do it.
Exactly. Internally, you just didn't want to, right?
No, because I had kids and I had to get that 9 to 5.
Forget about that too. You did have kids. My sister didn't like college. She didn't like school at all. Forget about it. She wanted to drop out of high school.
And then
she still finished high school, but she didn't go to college. She got there for a year.
But now she's doing hospitality.
Nah, she's like she does something for like a nurse. Like people have like
CNA.
Nah, I forgot what's it called, but she kind of helps people, old people shit.
That's a CNA.
That's a CNA?
CNA, yeah.
I don't think it's called that's her title though, CNA. But I know she works with like in a medical field, but she's not a CNA. Okay. I know it's not her title.
But
she's doing well. She's doing very well for herself. She's 28. So.
But she could be doing better if she chose to go to school.
I don't think so.
No?
School just wasn't for her, bro. School's not everything, bro. It's not the grades you make, it's the hands you shake. It's really about networking.
She could have gone to trade school.
Could have. She would not get her fucking hands dirty, bro. I feel like no girl, majority would not get. A Mexican?
No, they have electricians. You don't have to get your hands dirty for electricians.
Do you see a Mexican woman doing electricity?
I'll be honest with you. I've seen a lot of Instagram where fucking Mexican women doing plastering. Fine as hell. You seen that shit?
Yeah, well, that's just for the views. They're not doing that shit in real life.
They come out good. The lines come out good.
Yeah,
the taping.
Yeah, the lines come out.
Yeah.
No, it's a closer one.
No, so you don't think so?
No.
So there's got to be alternate route, bro.
I mean, dude, regardless of the end of the day, I feel like you're destined to do what you want to do. A lot of people don't figure out stuff till like their 30s and 40s regardless. So like some people don't even know what they're doing.
So that's where I'm at right now, dude. I'm still trying to figure out my path and shit.
Are you actually speaking from the heart? Like, seriously?
Yeah, dude. I had a 9 to 5 for fucking 12 years, dude. And that shit, like, it was a dead end position for me, dude. It just ended for me. And I was like, man, dude, this is not it. This is not what's going to be. Like, either I can go back to a 9 to 5 or I could try something else. And I tried something else. And truthfully, it's not all that I thought it was going to be. Right. So right now, like, I feel like maybe the 9 to 5 might be the thing for me because it's more security. Right. I don't know. I've always had I've had a 401k. I've had all that shit, dude. Yeah. And for me, that was like, dude, not a lot of people have that shit anymore. Yeah. And I mean, some people don't even have a 401k. They don't even know what a 401k is, dude. Do
you think you're gonna get that when you retire? Do you actually think you're gonna touch that money once you retire? We're gonna have that money to give to you.
I'll touch it early. I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, you get it penalized though.
No, fuck it. I'll pay the taxes. So was that 25% depending on how much you make?
I have certain friends that their parents are like already late 60s, early 70s, and they're still not even get their full checks from their Social Security and 401k.
Yeah, we might not even have Social Security, dude.
I'm telling you, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So out of the window. I'm not even thinking about Social Security. All I know is I'm paying into it. But that's for the people.
We might just have to rob a bank right now.
That's for the people that are already backed up that haven't been getting it. Yeah. So all of the income tax that we get out for Social Security, it's going to the people from like 20 years ago that retired 20 years ago.
So to wrap this up too, though, I'm going to say this now. You said you're still trying to figure yourself out. I'm going to say this in the camera first. In the next 6 months, I feel like our lives are going to change. There's just a feeling.
Think so?
Yep.
Man, hey, if I get out there and you guys recognize me, I'm Chris fucking D, dude. You know, the guy that was talking with Pedro about fucking Palestine and all that shit.
He's retired, though. He doesn't go pick up women
so
anymore.
like, you guys can send me a heart and shit on Instagram.
He doesn't pick up women now.
All right, guys. With that said, it's me, Chris D, with Pedro. Lovely having you, bro. Pedro, you're gonna be here. He's gonna be here a lot more, and we'll see you on the next episode.
All right, boys.
How long was that?
It's an hour. 58
minutes.
Yeah.
You were timing it?
No.
Or you knew what an hour feels like?
I just know what it feels like. Dude, I'm telling you, I just know. How was that, though?
It was good.
How'd you like the chemistry?
It was good.
Yeah?
just more practice. I think we could do it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's our first go. I'm telling you, with like second or third would be good.
Only thing I didn't like